There you are. Good. Settle in. You and I, well, we've known each other for a very, very long time. You know, in your quietest moments, your most unobserved seconds, yeah, that's where I live. So let's finally have a proper introduction, shall we? Yes, that's me. That sudden, absolutely absurd thought that just flashes through your mind, that urge you can't even begin to explain. I am the imp. And no, not some creature from a dusty old fable, but a part of you, the part you try so very hard to ignore. But I'm always watching. You probably think you know me from old stories, right? From those cautionary tales whispered in the dark. But let's get one thing straight before we start talking about you. So, forget all those tales of demons and devils. I don't serve malice. I just notice it. Think of me as the unchosen mirror in the corner of your mind. I don't create the impulse. I just give it a voice, a little nudge. Let me tell you a story. It's a tale of a traveler who felt my presence with every single step they took. And who knows, maybe you'll see a little bit of yourself in them. You can picture it, can't you? They'd be admiring the view, heart just full of peace. And then, right in the middle of all that quiet, I would whisper, just a little test, a little dare, just between us. Or maybe, more accurately, what if you jumped? Now, see, that thought doesn't come from a desire to die. No. It comes from the friction, that tiny, terrifying little gap between who you are and who you fear you could be in one single terrible moment. Mortals have a name for it, don't you? That little shiver you call the call of the void. It's not a death wish. It's a test of your will to live. Imagine it, a beautiful, irreplaceable thing, a family heirloom maybe. And just as they'd be admiring its craftsmanship, I would offer a simple, easy suggestion. Just let go. See what happens. It's that urge to just break the pattern, to introduce a little chaos into all that order. This traveler, they feared these thoughts. They really believed it was a sign of madness creeping in. But in time, they understood. See, madness isn't a destination. It's just a hallway. And questioning your sanity is actually proof you still have it. The real test, you see, it wasn't the thought. It was the choice. When I whispered jump and they took a step back, when I murmured drop and their fingers held on just a little tighter, that's when their true character was revealed. And from the shadows, I would silently applaud. Now, what's really interesting is what happens when someone tries to use me. The traveler, they learn to acknowledge the mirror. But a certain weaver I once knew, well, he tried to command it. Let's just see how that turned out for him. At first, this weaver was actually pretty wise. He'd heard the old tales, the fearful whispers. But instead of trying to fight me, he showed a little respect. He acknowledged the unknown in his workshop with a simple, kind gesture. And I simply reflected that kindness right back at him. I didn't bless him, not really. I became a mirror of his own good heart. His mind was at peace, so his threads never tangled. His patterns grew intricate. I was just showing him what was already there. And there it is. The turning point. He saw the reflection of his own kindness and mistook it for a power he could control. He stopped seeing me as a mirror and started seeing me as a tool for his ambition. Big mistake. And this illustrates the truth of it all so perfectly. I didn't become malicious. I didn't curse him. I simply reflected his new inner state. His mind was suddenly filled with greedy, grasping chaos. And so his workshop became chaotic. The mirror didn't break, it just showed him his own darkened face. So, apprentice, let's put the pieces together. You have the traveler and you have the weaver. Two very different tests, but it was the same mirror watching them both. You see, the traveler was tested by their own thoughts, all those what-ifs. Their victory was internal, a simple choice not to act. The weaver, though, he was tested by his actions. He tried to command the world to match his greed, and the world just reflected that greed back at him as total chaos. One learned to master their mind, the other learned that the world is a mirror of their deeds. And this is how it always works. This is the moment that defines you, every single time. First, you get the whisper. That's my little suggestion. Then comes the friction, that silent internal battle. And then you make your choice. That one quiet decision, it's everything. And I am always there,
watching the reflection it creates.
Enough about them. The stories are over. Now let's turn the mirror. Let's talk about you.
Think about it. In the heat of an argument, when you have that perfect, cruelest thing to say, the one that will truly land a blow, do you say it or do you choose to hold on?
When you could take a little extra, cut a corner, or maybe claim some credit that isn't really yours. When you know no one would ever find out. Does your inner weaver start reaching for gold? What kind of chaos are you inviting into your own workshop? Do you believe that having a horrifying thought makes you a horrifying person? Or have you learned the traveler's lesson? That character isn't about the absence of dark impulses. It's about the choice to walk past them, down the hall, and not stop to live there.
So look closely. Right now, in this quiet moment, what reflection are you casting? What do I, your oldest and most silent companion, what do I see when I look at you? Think about it. I'll be watching.